Senior Iranian official says renewed fighting between the US and Iran is likely, hours after President Donald Trump said he was not satisfied with a new Iranian negotiating proposal. The comments came as Lebanese officials say 13 people were killed in Israeli strikes in the south of the country in the last 24 hours, as a ceasefire there comes under increased strain. Senior Lebanese and US military officials met in Beirut this evening to discuss the security situation.
It has become a familiar dance. A peace deal proposed by one side, thrown back by the other. Iran's latest plan, roundly spurned by the US president.
But they're not coming through with the kind of deal that we have to have, and we're going to get this thing done properly. We're not going to leave early and then have the problem arise in 3 more years.
Though an irascible exchange about his microphone may suggest the US leader is feeling the pressure of an intractable conflict.
And I'm screaming my ass off because the mic is no good. Turn the mic up, please.
Mr. Trump wants Tehran to hear his demands for immediate discussion of Iran's nuclear program, the most consistent red line the US president has had since the war began, though this latest proposal is thought to suggest deferring those discussions. The ceasefire, extended by Washington last week, remains in place, though with warnings from Iran that hostilities could resume at any time. But another thread of this war, a ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon, appears close to unravelling. Intense Israeli strikes continue in the south of the country. Over a dozen people killed yesterday, as Israel says it is targeting militant group Hezbollah. One of the strikes, in the town of Habush, came shortly after the Israeli military ordered people to evacuate.
This was my brother's shop. There's absolutely no military zone here at all. Hezbollah don't have a presence in this area. The people of the town, the citizens, anyone they see, they are kicking them out of there.
The ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon allows Israel the right to act against planned, imminent or ongoing attacks. This latest bloodshed has seen senior Lebanese and US army officials gather for a meeting in Beirut this evening to discuss the security situation. As the US monitors the ceasefire it brokered just weeks ago. Fiona Mitchell, RTE News.
The Pentagon has announced that the US is withdrawing 5,000 troops from Germany. It follows criticism from German Chancellor Friedrich Merz of the Trump administration's handling of the Iran war. A spokesperson for NATO says it is working to understand the details of Washington's decision.
Germany's defence minister says the US decision was foreseeable, but that Europeans must take greater responsibility for their own security and that Berlin was on the right track in this regard. It follows yesterday's announcement that the US will withdraw 5,000 of their roughly 36,000 active duty troops stationed in Germany within 6 months. The Pentagon said the decision follows a review of the force's posture in Europe and shifting US military priorities. On Monday, the German Chancellor delivered a speech in which he said the US was being humiliated by Iran and that it was obvious Washington had no strategy for the war. The US President's furious response looks now to have continent-wide implications, saying he probably will pull more forces out of other NATO allies.
Italy has not been of any help to us, and Spain has been horrible, absolutely horrible.
Despite Donald Trump's verbal attacks on his allies and his insistence that Washington can reopen the Strait of Hormuz alone, US media is reporting that he is continuing to seek an international coalition to help move ships through the critical waterway blocked by Iran. A NATO spokesperson said they are working to understand Washington's position, but reiterated the alliance's commitment to defence of the continent. But in a sign of deepening concern in European capitals, Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk denounced what he described as the ongoing disintegration of NATO, warning that the greatest threat is not its external enemies. The US has approximately 68,000 troops spread across over 50 bases in more than a dozen European countries, projecting its power into the Middle East, Africa and beyond. But their presence also acts as a deterrence. The question for European leaders is whether the continent has the ability to contain Russian territorial ambitions in the face of Washington's growing disengagement. David Landy, RTE News.